Thank you, Lila.
Good afternoon. It's time to call to order the Tuesday, December 13th, 2016 meeting of the Oklahoma City Economic Development Trust. The first thing on our agenda is to approve the minutes of the November 1st, 2016 Oklahoma City Economic Development Trust.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Please cast your votes. And it is approved. First item needing individual consideration, item A, is renewal of a joint contract. There is a Scribner's error. Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. We need to ratify the claims that are there. Seeing the claims, what is your desire, trustees? We have a motion?
Second.
Second. Please cast your votes. And the claims are ratified. And now it's time for individual consideration of items. And on item A, there's a Scribner's error. I'd call it to your attention. It should be June 30th, 2017, not 3017 on item A.
I'll be around you.
Who would like to talk about the renewal of this joint contract? Mr. Wenger.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We do have an item for renewal of a contract for consideration today. This is our annual contract that we've held with Rudy Construction Company, and this is for streetscape components related to Project 180. So when we look at just various construction components, whether it be curb, gutter, whether it be pavers, just different types of facilities that are in the field or in downtown now, this is a contract that we have the ability to go to different locations under a unit price-based contract to do repairs or additions, not under one of our formal streetscapes. And so last year, we spent about $70,000 on this contract, either making just various repairs in the P180 areas. We're asking for your renewal today so that we can continue to use this contract for those items.
Okay, you've heard the item, and we're being requested to renewal this item. Yes.
Explain why it was retroactive.
You know, I think sometimes we have just different renewal oversights on our part. So in this case, this one will just go back to June of this past year. I don't know that we've had any work in that time frame, but we would like it to cover for any work that may have been authorized but not yet completed. So, but it would go through as corrected June 30 of 2017.
Move the item.
We have a motion. Second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And it is renewed. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do have one more item for consideration today. It's item 4B. This is the amendment number 1 to the contract for Crafton, Toll, and Sparks. This is a sidewalk project that was authorized by the City Council. It's using general funds, but it's also a CIP fund that had previously come before this trust. We've made some changes to some of the design. There's some different right-of-way changes that were needed. There's some additional surveying, and the final plans ultimately have been modified. And so this amendment provides for a $10,000 fee increase to that engineering contract to get those projects ready for bidding and construction.
Thank you, sir.
Second.
Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Next item on our agenda is a joint economic development agreement between the City of Oklahoma City and Health Smart Holdings.
On this item, the company Health Smart Holdings plans to add 150 new jobs in Oklahoma City. They've identified a site up on Quail Springs Parkway. They currently have 92 jobs here in Oklahoma City. Their first year average wages are $57,000 a year, and Health Smart is a company that administers health plans for self-funded employers, and I think they've been here before to make a presentation to you. So this is the economic development agreement that's structured like all of our other ones are, where we pay after the jobs are created.
Second.
Any further questions? Please cast your votes. And the item is so approved. Next on our agenda is the Economic Development Report from Oklahoma City Trust, the annual financial report.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. This is the annual financial report for fiscal year 15-16 that was just completed by the audit firm of Allen, Gibbs, and Hulick. I want to recognize our controller, Laura Pappas, along with our assistant controller, Rebecca Rhodes, along with Karen Siebert, who works primarily on all of our fund accounting. And This is if you want to know more detail in the back of it, there's a lot of details about all the agreements that we have. It's a great resource when people want to know what we do. It's a great resource, and I'd highly recommend reading that at your convenience.
Questions from the trustees?
No questions, but do we move the acceptance of the report?
We have a motion to accept. Second. Please cast your votes. And the report is so accepted. Thank you, Brent. Next item is the Economic Development Trust regular meeting schedule for 2017. Brent, would you like to make any comments on this, or Kathy?
Just that the schedule is attached to the memo in your packet. It is a once-a-month meeting schedule that it looks like it's mostly in between the weeks when we have council meetings, so for those of you who are on the city council.
Okay, we need to have a motion to approve in a second.
You're messing with me. Second.
The motion is second. Please cast your votes. And the schedule is approved. Next on our agenda is the general manager reports.
The report in your packet is as of October 31st, 2016. Just maybe a couple of things. You know, we get questions from time to time about the strategic investment program and how much has been allocated. Just wanted to call to your attention, we've allocated about $63.4 million from that program. We've paid out about $43 million. So we continue to have a lot of activity in the job creation arena. We've created, or we've allocated funding to create over 11,500 jobs. So I really think the program has been a big success. We talked a little bit about it at the council workshop this morning, but the largest allocation has been to the BNSF KC-46A project at Tinker Air Force Base, where we allocated $23.5 million to help Tinker secure that workload and continue the successful operations at the base. The other thing is that the outlet mall from August to October of 2016 had sales totaling $34.2 million. It's 1.28% below the target that we had, but is still above the same months in the prior year. So seeing a little bit of a slowing trend, but not as severe as I think some of the other trends that the city is seeing with sales tax from other areas that have impacted their budget.
Questions, comments from the trustees? A motion?
Second.
A second. Please cast your votes. And it is so received. Next up, we have comments from staff. Seeing none, comments from trustees. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Any citizens wishing to be heard? And we are adjourned.